My name is Vanessa Morales. I work for Four Leaf, and I'm the Plan Review Coordinator Manager.
My name is Keontae Johnson. I work for Speed Construction, and I currently do bid management, quality control,
My name is
and
Elizabeth
also.
Harris. I work for the County of Santa Clara in our Office of Sustainability and Resilience, and I am a sustainability analyst, and I work on
My name is Mitchell. I work for Amos Excavation, and I am a heavy equipment operator and a Class A truck driver.
My name is Sobia Rashad. I work for the City of Campbell Building Department, and I am a plans examiner.
Sure. My name is Peter Margaretich. I'm a residential contractor.
My name is Nina Kompai. I'm a jurisdiction admin coordinator.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Broder. I work for Urban 37 Inc., and I am the manager of municipal operations.
Yeah, so I'm Giovanni Caponagro. I work for Four Leaf Inc., and currently I'm managing the inspection staff while also helping out with the business development, which includes.
Hi, my name is Kiet Pham. I work for the City of San Jose's building department, and I am currently a plans examiner.
My name is Kayla Kiefer. I'm an energy services specialist at Silicon Valley Clean Energy.
My name is Hannah Menacucci. I am a permit technician at the town of Los Gatos.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Cow. I currently work for TRB and Associates.
I'm Austin Arabia. I'm currently with the City of Campbell as a permit technician and a training building inspector. I also do admin work for code enforcement.
My name's Jaron Reardon, and I am a superintendent for Lathrop Construction Associates.
I have a bachelor's in civil engineering and a master's in civil engineering as well. And then I have about 6 years of design experience and 2 years of plan review experience.
My previous role has been U.S. Army soldier. That's where I was in a civil engineer position.
12 years, I was the guy hammering the nails, reading plans, and basically gaining experience through a lot of mentors, bosses, foremans that taught me along the way.
I have a degree in communications public relations, so being a frontline employee, that comes in handy every day that I work here.
So my dad's a residential contractor, so I grew up doing construction, and then I went to college, University of Nevada, Reno, where I studied civil engineering. So right now I really enjoy being in the field. Maybe later on I'll be taking a step inside the office and designing.
So I attended St. Mary's College, and while in college I worked at a country club. And while I was also doing that, Four Leaf let me come in, work part-time for them, and then finish my schooling in the meantime as well.
Type of career.
Yeah, so I went to San Jose State for Bachelor of Arts with graphics focus.
So I graduated in 2022 with a bachelor's in civil engineering, focusing on structural engineering.
I have a bachelor's degree in hospitality management, and so that really grew my customer service background. I also have a ICC permit technician certificate.
So I actually majored in criminal justice and criminology studies at Sonoma State University. Although that's not what I ended up doing, I fell in love with the public administration aspect of it.
So I have my bachelor's degree in environmental studies, certificate in GIS from California State University of San Bernardino, as well as a master's degree from Vermont Law School in environmental law and policy.
My previous platoon sergeant and commander for my previous unit in the United States Army, they helped me stay on the right track, stay out of trouble, and also pursue continuous education.
There's been a lot of people who've helped me on my journey, people who've been inspiring and mentors. I like to give a shout out to David Jones, who's my manager at the City of Glendale. He's their sustainability officer, and he really helped bring me into the sustainability field. And I also want to give a shout out to Elena Bobolian and Greg Kaijo there, who introduced me into local government and brought me in. And then to help me on my journey in the past and being able to understand our communities and research better, give a shout out to Peter Cleary for my time in Ireland, as well as my former manager, Murray McLeod, for his support. And then since coming to Santa Clara County, I've had a lot of support from the likes of Gilly Corral and Tanya Beach, who brought me onto the team. And then I wouldn't have been introduced to the amazing world up here if it wasn't for Rachel DeFranco sharing her wisdom with me, who's now at the City of Palo Alto.
When I was at City of Sacramento as a plans examiner, I had Petya, who was a really great help in teaching me life safety and accessibility review. It was something new for me, so that was really beneficial. And then all throughout my
It's been
career,
quite a ride for me. I would really want to start to appreciate my my experience with TRB and Associates. Eva has been a really great manager for me. I can also say the building team at the City of Lathrop have really provided great support.
Mentors. I work closely with Craig Toll. I also work really closely with Mike Loomis. He's recently joined the 4Leaf team, but he's already made such a grand impact, and I just really enjoy working with him.
Yeah, there's so many mentors that helped me along the way. I would say the attorney at the first job that I worked at, his name is Sean Parr. He really believed in my design skills and really helped set me up to be able to work with different types of people, like working with people in the law field, but also working with an older demographic to be able to bridge information for people who are over 50. And then
So Craig Toll is the biggest mentor I've had within 4Leaf and joining the industry. He let me shadow him for the first couple of years. He gave me advice whenever I needed it and open communication 24/7 whenever I needed it.
Starting in Greenfield, my biggest mentor there was Gabriel Martinez. I worked with him in Greenfield, and then when he transitioned to Hollister, I also joined him there through 4Leaf. Another person that helped me along the way was Chris Ragland over at County of San Mateo, Robert Gray over at City of Los Gatos were great helps, and Rayleigh Glazer, who is my direct supervisor.
Not the City of Los Gatos, is it?
It's Town of Los Gatos.
So when I first started plan checking, I was under Victor Chen. I only had an internship prior to coming here, and of course I got my EIT prior to coming here. So Victor just totally filled me in on everything architectural related, everything. He brushed me back up on wood design. He brushed me back up on what's prescribed from the California residential codes and the building codes that I have to check for. And yeah, he's been my mentor throughout all these 2.5 years.
Was a mentor, and his name is Peter Mustasich. He is or was the program lead for the business rebate program, and I recently stepped into that role, and it was so great to work with him, learn from him. So definitely appreciate all of his help.
Yes, so I've been lucky enough to grow up with a lot of people in the industry around me, whether it be someone on a job site or a building inspector or a building official. My mom is actually Rayleigh Glasser. She is the founder and CEO of Urban 37 Inc. And she has been with me every step of the way. I don't know where I would be without her. She definitely got my toes wet within the industry. She's there when I need an answer to a question. And she makes me feel like my questions aren't dumb. So she is definitely training me to be a part of this next portion of where our industry is taking us, and I'm very, very grateful for her.
I would say Mr. John Carr from the City of Mountain View has been a really great advocate for me. And coming here to Los Gatos, I think my two leaders, Joel and Robert, have been really accessible and really helpful with any kind of difficulties I face or challenges I face.
We're seeing more and more influence in AI, where we can use it to help expedite estimates, look at the plans for us, and give us a general idea where we could then take that knowledge and break it down in further detail.
The tools that help me the most is probably a tractor, because some of the work I do, a shovel would be a lot of work.
My team is I can call them with any problem, and we'll quickly figure it out together. They'll get me the missing pieces that I don't have, and they appreciate that. I appreciate them, and it's just such a fortunate group to work with.
My ability to understand culture diversity.
The biggest tool that helps me the most in our company is the amount of teamwork that happens throughout the project. We're using a lot of computer software that's allowing information to be handed out easily between contractors. Procore is one of the biggest tools that we use that distributes some information to these guys to allow them to understand plans at a fast and ready time to get the project done.
More than tools, I find being surrounded by supportive people more beneficial. When you have supportive and driven people around you, it really pushes you to do your best and produce the best work for everyone in the department. So I value that more than any tool or software.
Two answers. When you think of tools, I think of things that help me every day. Bluebeam, all of our permitting softwares, Laserfiche, all of the things that you think are tools that help you get through the day. But I think they also have to have soft skills. So you have things like customer service, empathy, being able to put yourself in people's shoes in order to get the job done. And so I think that having a balance of both of those tools is really important. And I think that's what every person kind of needs in order to be successful in this industry.
My go-to is definitely a design tool, like anything in the Adobe Cloud software, any like AI generated items, but I wouldn't say like to overuse that. And then anything that keeps you organized.
Is communication, open communication. It makes everything easier and it resolves half the conflicts before they even happen.
So create my own tools. I have an Excel sheet that documents the status of every project I've ever had my hands on, so that's really good to reference. I'm definitely just a big note taker. I was a note taker in college, and I'm a big list maker.
Of ICC and the permit technician certificate, as well as the classes I'm taking at college at San Mateo for building technology, building inspection technology.
That helped me the most, like every other government worker, probably the Microsoft Office, especially PowerPoint, because it's a great way to meet with your community members, presentation to stakeholders, but really we're constantly learning different tools and being able to learn new things. I use Canva a lot to develop marketing materials and videos and flyers, as well as using Figma to help design prototypes and help create services that serve our community and different stakeholders.
Is how different it can be. One day I'm reviewing plans, another day I'm doing site visits, another day I'm talking to customers. So it just changes every single day and it keeps me on.
Fun part of my job is coming out here every day and seeing the progress. You know, it's really amazing to see it where it stands now, and then in a week when I come back, or if I need to do another inspection, I see the progress. It really makes me smile. And then
running around the job sites, yelling at the subcontractors, getting yelled back, and having a good time. Also,
just looking at as many different kinds of projects as possible. That's the most fun part of my job by far.
The fact that I get to play with trucks and tractors pretty much all day, most every day, and I get paid to do it, coming from being the kid with Lego trucks, tractors, little play trucks, tractors, growing up watching people on the side of the highway running equipment going, I want to do that someday. And it's pretty fun. You get to play with some big toys.
The fun part of my job, I think, is being the frontline employee. I like when people come in, and I especially like when they bring their dogs in. We do have a jar of Milk Bones, which does make the dogs like us, but I think it does help the rapport between the community and the public as well.
There are lots of fun parts of my job. My favorite thing, though, is that I work with such kind and passionate people. They really care about what they're doing here at SVCE.
5 years from now, that's a very long time.
In 5 years, I'm hoping I'm going to be a full-time building inspector, or doing something I'm doing now, which is a hybrid building inspector / permit technician role for all the larger projects.
I hope to be honestly doing the same thing, just quicker, just more projects, bigger projects, and keep leading the same dynamic that me and my team have. I love it.
Well, of course, I'd be licensed out, so of course the PE, the CAST, and I don't know, maybe even the SE if I'm good enough.
Yeah,
So-
in 5 years, I hope to be a little bit more seasoned in this industry, and hopefully take the business to grow. You know, maybe a
I
regional.
love my job and I love doing all of the things that come with my job, but I think the best thing I could do is be placed within a local jurisdiction, because you become friends with the people that you're working with. And all of a sudden you're invited to their potlucks, or you have their phone numbers and you're asking what their Starbucks order is, and it just makes work fun. And at the end of the day, I know that's what everyone wants to do. They don't want to just sit at their job, but make connections, and I think that's really important.
My career goal in 5 years is to eventually be chief building official. I'm currently working towards that, and my boss, the current CBO, Bob, is really helping me in striving for that goal.
I feel like all the experiences that I've had in my past throughout my career has kind of brought me to this point, and I feel like this is going to be the start of a new path in my career. So yes, I imagine myself doing more projects like this in the future.
I hope to be managing more of the staff for the firm and helping out in any way that I can with 4Leaf and making sure that the whole process and the company is growing at a smooth and rapid rate.
I would hope that I would still be here at SVCE just because I love it so much and I love the people I work with, and I really care about what we're doing here in our community. My name is Kayla Kiefer and I'm Gen Z.
My name's Giovanni and I'm Gen Z.
I'm Nina and I'm Gen Z.
I'm Keontae Johnson and I'm Gen Z.
My name is Vanessa Morales and I'm part of Gen Z.
All right. My name is Hannah. I'm with the town of Los Gatos and I'm a millennial.
I'm Peter and I'm Gen Z.
I'm Austin and I'm Gen Z.
I'm Caitlin and I'm Gen Z.
And my name is Mitchell and I am Gen Z.
I'm Kit. I work for the city of San Jose, and I am Gen Z.
My name is Sophia, and I'm Gen Z.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, and I am a millennial.
Gen Z. Okay.
I'm sorry. Should I go?
This is all gonna
Got it. Okay.
Millennial.
Yeah, just wait. I know. I was like,
Shit. Okay, go.
Let me redo that one.
And here's